Hey guys, Weiss here. I am at the Texas Pinball Festival. It is huge. There are hundreds of pinballs. There are vendors. There are retro arcades. There's a pinball museum. It is amazing. There's a bunch of new machines, including Evil Dead. So let's go check it out, guys. Thanks for liking and subscribing. And let me know in the comments what's your favorite pinball machine. But let's go check it out. All right, guys, we got some Pinbot here. I know a lot of you have played the NES port of that. And look over here, we've got the guy with the world's largest Sonic the Hedgehog collection playing the machine, the Bride of Pinbot. Epic! All right, we got the Addams family over here. Got some Foo Fighters action. Guys, this is amazing. Have any of you played Labyrinth? It is such a great machine. Tons of fun. Guys, it is Sunday morning, the last day of Texas Pinball Festival. I decided just to go on Sunday this year, and it is already filling up. Guys, I love the Scooby-Doo machine. The sound effects are amazing. And Uncanny X-Men, that's a fun machine. It's a newer machine by Stern. High speed. It literally is a very fast machine. Got a nice row of older pins here, including Mr. and Mrs. Pac-Man. Not just one, but two. Pretty cool. Xenon. I remember when this game first showed up in the arcades in the early 80s, it seemed so futuristic and amazing, and it still looks great. I love that machine. And my brother, the first time he played it, he popped a game on it. It was amazing. It was a pinball wizard back in the day. And The Greatest Showman. I'll definitely have to play this one while I'm here. It looks amazing. Guys, check out these toppers for different machines, including Terminator, Big Lebowski. Love me some Elvira. These add such great atmosphere to the machines. So very cool. Now, they're not cheap, but man, they add some razzle-dazzle to your machines. And they've even got Robbie the Robot. I'm assuming that is for Twilight Zone pinball. Very cool. And a little Jaws action. And Evil Dead? Walking Dead, yeah. Duh. All right, cool stuff. Now, guys, I believe this is a custom Addams Family machine. Beautiful in black and white. It just looks amazing. This is indeed the homebrew and custom games area. They've got Mad Max, some Tony Hawk's pinball. I know a lot of you gamers love you some Tony Hawk. Pretty cool stuff. Speaking of Walking Dead, they got the Walking Dead pinball here, some kind of cartoonish artwork there. Not sure how I feel about that, but hey, it was a comic book first, so it makes sense. Revenge from Mars in 3D, that's a fun machine. It's like Phantom Menace. High Roller Casino, not one you see every day. Ooh, Meteor, I remember playing this one from Stern back in the day. That's a fun one. It's kind of fun to see the old Stern machines nowadays, since they have so many new ones. And we're going back years here. Eye of the Tiger, not related to Survivor. Oh man, Terminator 2 Judgment Day. That game brings back fond memories of playing that at Putt Putt. A couple of times when I had a little bit of strife in my life, I went and played that specifically just to blow off steam and to just sort of think about some life decisions. Yeah, Terminator 2, that was my sort of meditation pinball. It was a great machine. Ooh, here's one you don't see every day. Electronamo, I don't even know what that is, but really interesting. Love the lightning bolt. Mando action. I like that they have games other than pinball, although pinball is what this festival is all about, obviously, and Stern has a massive Dungeons & Dragons, the Tyrant's Eye set up here. I love this new machine, it's amazing. If you sign up for the Stern app, you can save your progress. It'll keep your experience points from game to game, which is just such a great idea. So cool, I love the dragon in this machine. Yeah, it looks like they have about 12 or 15 copies of Dungeons & Dragons. What a great setup. What a great promo for this amazing game. It was immediate. I played it the other day at Arcade 92, if any of you saw that video, and it's immediately one of my favorite machines. Absolutely love it. D&D and pinball go together really well. Nice row of newer machines here. Love me some Jaws. And the Godzilla machine is great as well. Yeah, like I mentioned before, the toppers on these machines are not cheap. This one for John Wick is 15 hundo. Pretty darn cool. Avatar is an amazing machine. And my favorite machine of the last decade, and one of my favorite machines of all time, is Elton John. Holy cow, I love this machine. It's so colorful. The toys are great. And I love Elton himself there with the piano. So cool. Way to go, Jersey Jack. And there are pinball fans of all ages here. I really like to see that the kids come out and play these games. Really keeps them alive, you know, for the future. It's a good indicator that pinball is here to stay. Definitely made a huge resurgence in the last few years. The Guns N' Roses machine is awesome. Another fantastic game from the brilliant minds at Jersey Jack. And you can take home this Godfather machine for $1,200 or $12,500. It too can be yours. And here's a row of older machines, including another High Speed. I love that Batman game. You guys know the 1989 Batman movie is very special to me. Super incredibly nostalgic. Party Zone, there's one you don't see every day from Valley. Check it out, Dracula and the Wolfman on there. That's cool. Oh, too bad. Rocky and Bullwinkle not running. But at least they got Ripley's. Addams Family. And World Cup Soccer. I see this machine all over the place sometimes for some reason. And I don't know why it's so common. I rarely play it. I'm not a big fan, but it is everywhere, seemingly. Merlin's Arcade is a newer machine that's very popular at this show. I've been told there were lines all weekend at this one. It's a lot of fun. Got some neat little drop targets there on the right side. Love me some drop targets. Are they drop targets or just targets? Whatever. Great machine. And of course, more Stern, including Star Wars, Rush. 1975. I've been a fan of Rush since then. So gosh, what, 50 years now? Pretty incredible. And here's the new Metallica Remastered version. I haven't played this yet, but I like the back glass art a lot better than on the regular Metallica machine, but I've heard good things. You never know what kind of vendors you're gonna see at Texas Pinball. Here's a guy with some pinball stuff, but also some records, including Who Are You, one of my favorite albums by The Who. I love Sister Disco on this album, along with the title track, of course. Got some more records over here, including the Animals. Love me some Animals. You might say they're even cooler than the Beatles. Maybe not better, but cooler. Let me know in the comments if you think so. Got Lethal Weapon 3 here. Looks pretty cool, along with some really old pinball machines. Now guys, I'm gonna make another video of the actual pinball museum here at the Pinball Festival. So keep an eye out for that one with some, you know, machines that are even older than these. Quite a bit older, in fact. Always awesome to see the older machines. They don't get played as much as the newer stuff, but really awesome. Here's Rad at Rotten Applehead with some really creative and colorful art. Sort of day glow or glow in the dark. Do these glow in the dark or is it like day glow?
It's a black light.
Okay, yeah, really cool. Black light, nice. I love the topper here for Bram Stoker's Dracula, and it is quite a cool machine. Really neat, colorful. Yeah, everywhere there's newer machines, it is packed, but some of these older machines you can just walk right up to and play, which is actually kind of nice if you just want to play some older, more low-key machines that you don't see very often. We saw the Big Lebowski topper earlier. Here's the actual machine. Oh, that's cool. The bowling alley under the table. Love that. Everybody's having a good time at the old Texas Pinball Festival. I went to the very first Texas Pinball Festival way back in, it was either 98 or 99, and it was at a hotel in Arlington. Now it's in Frisco, and it's been here for a few years. They have hundreds of machines, but at that first one, back at a hotel in Arlington, there were maybe 30 machines and no arcades at all, just pinball, super low key, and you know, maybe, I don't know, 200 or 300 people. My, how things have changed. Guys, this new Evil Dead machine is awesome. I got to play it with my son earlier in the day. It is incredible. I love the back glass. It plays real well. A lot of good pinball action. It's a lot of fun. 4 flippers. This is a brand new machine, so they have several here, including these with the toppers that move. Very cool. I love all the music machines companies are doing now. I just wish they would turn up the sound louder. A lot of arcades, you can't even hear the music. But, you know, still fun to play. Another row of older machines. Some of these I've seen here and there at different conventions and arcades and things, but boy, these older ones you just don't see very often. And yeah, they're a little slow and clunky, and maybe even a little dull compared to some of the newer machines. But for me, a retro guy, an old school gamer, I still think they're a lot of fun. And South Park is a great machine. It's a lot of fun, regardless of the IP. It's just a fun machine. Another row of some older machines, including Dipsy Doodle. I don't recall seeing that one before. Yeah, I got a real young pinball fan here. The Munsters can be yours for just a little under $9,000. Yeah, newer pinball machines do not come cheap. It's a party, a pinball party. Playboy, one interesting thing about that machine is Hugh Hefner did. He was a consultant on that because he was a big pinball fan. And guys, coming up, Firepower. This one has a little wear on it, but man, this is one of the most nostalgic machines for me. If I recall, it came out in 1979, and at the time, boy, did it seem just amazing, and like the future of pinball. Played this Alien machine earlier. It's a ton of fun. The Alien can gobble up the pinball, and I like Texas Chainsaw Massacre as well. For you retro gamers, there's Space Duel, which was featured on one of the Who's albums on the cover, Red Baron, and Asteroids Deluxe, one of my favorite games of all time. And of course, Pac-Man. It wouldn't be a convention without Pac-Man. There was a fitness craze in the late 70s, and Future Spa definitely tied into that. Laser Q, that's a pretty scarce machine. $6 Million Man, I do see this one periodically. I love the drop targets in the old machines. Never get tired of dropping a row of those. So guys, check this out. You've got the original Star Trek machine, which is cool. Unfortunately, it's not turned on, but check this out. Somebody made a mirror version. Yeah, they modded the original Star Trek, customized it, so it's the mirror episode. So freaking cool. You gotta love the passion and energy fans put into these projects. And some more Star Trek pinballs, including the limited collector's edition of Star Trek. This Weird Al machine is really interesting. Kind of an odd color scheme. Ron and I played it earlier. It's pretty fun. Lexi Lightspeed. Well, there's just so many companies making pinball machines these days. Ultimorphic is this company. For you video games fans here, this guy has a ton of retro merchandise. Not really vintage, except for this. I love that display there. But mostly it's modern stuff with the retro theme, of course. Let's check out this light cycle here. 60 bucks. Nice. Ooh, I like that Mario Nintendo sign there. Yeah, definitely the most video game heavy vendors booth at this show. Got Medieval Madness over here and Pulp Fiction. How many of you have played Pulp Fiction? It's a newer machine, but it's got retro aesthetics. It's pretty cool. There are tournaments all weekend at Texas Pinball, and here is one of the areas, including some of the trophies they're going to be giving away, or awarding, I should say. One of the coolest toppers of any machine I've seen this weekend is this one for Indiana Jones. You got the Crystal Skull. Very, very cool. You fighting game fans, let me know in the comments if you played Street Fighter 2 before. I haven't in a long time, but I played it at Pinball's Arcade in Austin. Pretty good machine. Well guys, this is unexpected. Two really rare arcades, Centurion and Mayday. I've actually never played either one of these, so I will have to at some point. Really cool to see these rarities here. Another row of older machines, and really cool to see some kids playing these. It's awesome, getting a little pinball history while they're at it. Honey. Simple title, kind of gets the point across. And Heatwave. Flash, wrong Flash. Blackjack, my son commented he'd never seen this machine before. He likes to play him some blackjack, so he's gonna check out that pinball. Based on the popular card game. Lightning, another simply titled machine. And whatever Zissou is, it's like Bill Murray on this machine here. Interesting. Got some cool drop targets there. I guess it is Bill Murray. Oh, I see. It's the Life Aquatic EM pinball. Got it. That makes sense. I just didn't know what Zissou is. I haven't seen that movie, so let me know in the comments if you've seen that film. Oh, this is interesting. Looks like a custom Oregon Trail arcade. Keyboard and everything. Go ahead. Make my day. All right, time to check out the other side of the floor. Cool to see that they have Moon Patrol and Punch Out. Oh, check it out, guys. The original Bally pinball machine. A lot of you played the newer one. But how many of you played this original machine? It had 3 songs in it, but just bleeps and bloops. But it's a fun machine. Cool to see the black hole here. It's always an interesting machine because of the back glass and because of the table under the table. Another T2. Got some roller games. Looks like they're working on Hurricane. Continuing our tour of the Texas Pinball Festival in Frisco, Texas, we've got Back to the Future, another copy of Godzilla. Oh, Super Mario Brothers. I didn't expect that to see that here because it's fairly uncommon, but pretty awesome. And the Time Zone. This is a really neat part of the show because you've got a DeLorean here with the clock in the background and a hoverboard. And hey, it's that Sonic guy again, playing him some Time Machine. And we've got a TARDIS over here, free for use of public. Advice and assistance. I wonder if it's really bigger inside. I don't think I can get in, it's locked up. Disco Fever. Let me know in the comments if you think disco sucks or if it's great. And Gaucho, interesting. Mexican Cowboy. Ooh, and Gunfight, one of the very first games I ever played. So cool, I'll have to try this out later. Check it out, guys. I've told you that Pong and Midway's Gunfight are two of the first machines I remember playing. Well, here's Gunfight, very unexpected. We've got a very crowded area here with some arcades. Monster Bash, probably my favorite pinball machine of all time. I love the aesthetic and the gameplay. Got some more Star Wars and Star Trek. Hook, Golden Arrow, and believe it or not, there's a Ripley's machine. I know a lot of you gamers love you some wrestling. And more than meets the eye here with the Transformers machine. Nice to see some more arcades, including Mario Brothers, my favorite two-player game of all time. Guys, Funhouse is an extremely popular pinball. They actually remade the machine. Pretty cool. And it's getting harder and harder to just walk up to a machine and play it. It is getting crowded, but you know, what are you gonna do? Pinball has gotten more and more popular the last decade or so. Galactic Tank Force is a newer machine. I love the 3D back glass. Things are rocking and rolling. Oh, that's cool. ABBA. Speaking of disco. Guys, there is so much pinball at the Texas Pinball Festival that it spills out into the hallway. Spanish Eye, that's an interesting machine that you don't see very often. Very cool. Yeah, guys, I better get back to playing. So let me know in the comments what you think of the Texas Pinball Festival, if you've ever been to it before, if you went this year, and also let me know your favorite pinball machine of all time. Thanks, guys, for watching. Thank you for liking and subscribing, and we'll talk to you in another video.